Welcome to the Transum Podcast, a monthly roundup of the new features on the transum.org website, providing mathematical puzzles, games, learning activities, and the ever-popular mathematics lesson starter of the day. Here's your host, John Tranter.
And welcome to the April 2015 edition of the Transum Mathematics Podcast. Did you start off the month with the April Fool's starter? Did your pupils fall for it? If not, you can find it. Just do a quick search on Google, Math Starter of the Day, and then choose the starter.
You are listening to the Transum Podcast.
And see if your pupils fall for the trick. Anyway, the puzzle this month is all about a game called Best Dice, in which two people roll a dice and whoever gets the highest number wins. A prize is awarded for the person winning most times after 100 games. The catch is that the dice don't have the numbers 1 to 6 on their faces. They're all different. But you're allowed to choose which one you're going to use to play with. Right, now normally when I do these sorts of puzzles on a podcast, it's something you can think about while you're driving or jogging or in the gym. This one might send you scrambling for a piece of paper and a pencil though, because there's a little bit too much to remember, but we'll try it anyway. Here we go. So there are 4 different dice. Let's say they're red, blue, yellow and green, and you're allowed to choose which dice you play with for this game, and your opponent chooses their dice, and then you throw 100 times and see who wins the most times. So the red dice has got 3s on all of its faces. So all 6 faces have got a 3 on. Now the blue dice has got 4 on 4 of its faces, and the other 2 faces has 0. The yellow dice has 5 on 3 faces, and 1 on the other 3 faces. And finally, the green dice, strangest of all, it has 2 faces with a 7 on, and it has 4 faces with 2 on. Right, so I don't know whether you're going to remember all that or whether you've jotted it down, but the idea of this puzzle is for you to decide which is the best dice out of those 4 to choose for the playing of this game. Alright, the answer will be at the end of the podcast as usual. After the roundup of what's been added or updated to the website this month.
You can find Transum Mathematics at www.transum.org.
Right, let's start with a new puzzle called Numskull. It's designed to provide a relaxing logic challenge where the mathematics involved is not too difficult. It could be tackled by upper primary pupils. But there are 5 levels of difficulty, and the levels differ by the number of clues that you're given. So the idea is it's a number placing puzzle, so it's a 4x4 grid, and you have the numbers 1 to 4 times, and you have to place them so that no more than one of each number appears in any row or column. And you also obey the totals that are presented on the grid. So have a look at that Numskull, and it's similar to some of the puzzles that are published in newspapers. So a lot of you I know will find them very enjoyable and relaxing to do. So have a go. For older students, a drag and drop activity called Number Systems. 4 concentric circles representing Venn diagrams of the 4 common number systems: integers, real numbers, rational numbers, and natural numbers. And you have a number of counters to drag in onto these Venn diagrams with different numbers on, and you have to place them in the correct circles. So that's a good one as revision for those students that have learnt about the number systems but need a little bit of a push in the right direction. Now also for older students is a rapidly growing database of exam type questions and their worked solutions. So there are currently 90 questions and answers in the database, but more are being added regularly. They are similar to questions that have appeared on IB Studies and IB Standard and GCSE exams, but have all had the wording and the numbers changed to make them different to past paper questions you might find elsewhere. The solutions can be revealed line by line by sort of dragging down a panel, so it makes it good for students revising and needing sort of a push in the right direction in order to come up with a solution of their own. So have a look at that. Though not specifically mathematical, a scheduling puzzle has been added to provide a little more variety to the puzzles page. It's not too difficult. It's all about a 24-hour darts marathon in which you have to schedule 7 people so that there are always at least 3 people playing, but you have to obey certain restrictions on the amount of time each one person can play, and so that's a little bit of a challenge, a scheduling puzzle, and at the moment it's right at the top of the puzzles page. I'm not sure how we managed so long without the traditional fractions, decimals and percentages conversion activity on the Transom website. But now, after last month, there is a starter, an interactive pupil activity and a revision presentation on this important topic, all based around the idea of a table with 3 columns. The left column is the fractions, the middle column is the decimals, and the right column is the equivalent percentages, and the pupils have to fill in the gaps, basically fill in the missing values. Right, the answer to the puzzle posed at the beginning of this podcast. It's a bit like rock, paper, scissors. Whichever dice you choose, your opponent could always pick one of the remaining dice which has a better chance of beating you in the long run. To see what I mean, you'd need to construct the possibility spaces for the possible dice pairings, and then you'll see what I mean. Or if you'd like to see them done for you, it's been set up, this game, as one of the advanced starters of the day, under the topic of probability, and in the answer section you can see the possibility spaces for the 6 different possible pairings of 2 dice. So in short, the blue beats the red beats the green beats yellow, and yellow beats blue. Amazing. I've always found that amazing anyway. Okay, have a happy Easter, or Songkran, or whatever you may be celebrating in April. See you next month.
Thank you for downloading and listening to the Transom podcast. You can find the website at www.transom.org, where you're welcome to use all of the activities absolutely free, or jump in with both feet and become a Transom subscriber.